Welcome back to the Arcane Archives for another captivating episode. Well, deep dive, I guess. We're going to be looking at tarot today. And I think a lot of people think of, like, fortune telling. But it's, like, so much more than that, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's so much deeper than that.
Yeah. So we're going to kind of unlock its secrets, explore its origins, unravel the symbolism, and just kind of, like, figure out, how it can impact your life.
Right.
So, like, where did tarot even come from? Like, how did this even, come about?
Well, it's a very mysterious history. It's very hard to pinpoint. A lot of myths, a lot of legends. The earliest we can really see it is back in 14th century Europe. And it wasn't even used for anything like what we're talking about today. It was just a simple card game called tarocchi.
Oh, wow. So it's come a long way, huh?
It really has. Over the centuries, it really transformed. Went from this pastime to something far more profound.
Yeah, why do you think it changed? Like, what sparked that?
Well, I think that humans, we've always been fascinated by the forces that shape our lives, things we can't see.
Yeah.
And as it spread, its imagery started resonating with deeper meanings. People started relating it to ancient archetypes, esoteric knowledge, a language of symbols. It really started speaking to the soul.
Okay, I see. So let's get into the structure of the deck itself.
Okay.
So you have the Major and the Minor Arcana.
Exactly.
What are these?
So the Major Arcana is 22 cards, and these represent significant life events. Universal archetypes, the major players in your life, the forces that shape your destiny.
Okay.
You think of cards like the Fool, representing new beginnings, stepping into the unknown, or the Magician, power of manifestation, being able to create what you want.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like these are like the big, broad themes in life.
Exactly. The turning points, the challenges, the transformative phases, kind of giving you a framework for understanding your path. And then there's an even deeper layer to it, reversed cards.
What's that about?
Well, each archetype also has a shadow side to it, a flip side.
Right.
So they kind of highlight potential obstacles.
So, like, it's not necessarily bad. It just gives you, like, a different side of that archetype.
Right.
Okay. All right. Interesting. So then what about the Minor Arcana?
So the Minor Arcana, these are more the everyday details of life.
Okay.
The nuances of your experience, personal challenges.
Right.
And this is 56 cards divided into 4 suits. You have cups, wands, swords, and pentacles.
Oh, okay. So each of those represents something different.
Exactly. So cups, which is associated with the element of water, governs emotions, relationships, intuition, kind of the depths of the unconscious.
So, like, the ebb and flow of your feelings.
Exactly. Wands, which is associated with the element of fire. These are creativity, action, passion, and, manifesting your desires.
So that's like your drive and ambition.
Yeah, that spark of inspiration. Swords, no, this is air. So it's intellect, communication, truth, the challenges that we face, in the world of ideas.
Ooh, kind of like cutting through, to get to the truth.
Exactly.
Okay.
And pentacles, finally, this is the element of earth. So this is the material world, your finances, work, security, connection to the physical realm.
Okay, so like how stable you feel.
Right, your values, your resources.
Interesting. Okay, so within each of those suits, you have numbered cards.
You do, ace through 10.
Okay.
And each of those cards reveals, experiences within that domain.
So like a progression.
Exactly.
Okay, so like Ace of Cups might be like the start of something new.
It could be.
10 of Cups might be like you've reached, fulfillment.
Right, emotional fulfillment, a sense of belonging.
Okay. And then what about the court cards?
So the court cards, now these are the page, the knight, the queen, and the king.
Okay.
And each one of these kind of embodies a certain personality.
Okay.
It might be people that you encounter, or it might be different facets of yourself. Right.
So like a Queen of Wands might be a very confident and passionate woman.
Right.
A King of Pentacles might be somebody with like a lot of authority, stability.
Okay, got it.
And they add a lot of depth. They bring these energies into your reading.
So like the Major and Minor Arcana, they work together.
Yeah, they intertwine.
Okay.
So like the broader themes of the Major Arcana are reflected in those finer details of the Minor Arcana.
So if you have like a card from the Major Arcana that's like, oh, change is coming.
Right.
And then you have like a minor that kind of tells you more about that change.
It might show you the challenges associated with letting go of the past.
Okay, so it really paints a complex picture.
It does. It's not about predicting a fixed future. It's just showing you the interplay of all those energies and the possibilities.
Okay, that makes sense. So what's it like to actually have a tarot reading? Like, what do you do? What do you expect?
Well, imagine you're sitting in a dimly lit room.
Okay, there's this deck of cards in front of you. Centuries of wisdom. You're shuffling them.
Okay.
So energy is getting into those cards. And then you're going to cut that deck. You're going to draw 3 cards. Left to right, you're going to lay them out. The first is the past, the second the present, and the third, whispers of the future.
Oh, wow. So it's really a conversation with yourself,
Yeah.
almost. Like your inner self.
It is. It's with your inner wisdom, guided by the cards.
Okay, so it's not like this is going to happen to you. It's more like self-discovery.
Exactly. Helping you make choices that are aligned with your truest self.
So how would I, like, do a basic 3-card reading? Like, what are the steps?
Okay, well, first, you need a sacred space.
Right.
No distractions.
Okay.
So maybe you dim the lights, you light a candle.
So kind of get in the mood.
Exactly. And then you want to set an intention. What are you looking for?
Right. Because you're bringing your energy to it.
Exactly. And the cards pick up on that. So then shuffle.
Okay.
Let your energy mingle with the cards.
Almost like a meditation.
Yeah. It's a bridge between your conscious mind and your intuition. And then you cut the deck.
Okay.
You're dividing it into 2 stacks.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to draw 3 cards. Face down, lay them out.
Oh, this is the exciting part.
And then reveal.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you look at those cards. The first, that's the past, you know, showing you what has led you up to this point.
Okay.
The second, the present, showing you your current state of being. And the third, a glimpse into the future, what possibilities could be there.
Okay. And then how do you, like, interpret the cards? Is there like a set definition?
There are some traditional interpretations.
Right.
But honestly, the real power is your intuition.
So it's not like looking up in a book. It's like, what do you feel?
Exactly. Look at those images, the symbols, the colors. What is it saying to you?
Okay.
You are the interpreter. The cards are just speaking to you in whispers and symbols.
And then how do I ask the right questions?
Keep them clear and specific. Don't ask, what's going to happen to me? Ask, what do I need to know about my career right now?
Right. Something actionable.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then I guess once you're done, you write down what you felt, what you think it meant.
Right. Keep a journal.
Oh, like a tarot journal?
Yeah. Track those messages and track your progress. It becomes a record of your growth, your challenges.
Wow, that's a good idea.
Yeah. The wisdom you gain from interacting with the tarot.
So it's really like an ongoing conversation with yourself and the cards.
It is. The true power of tarot is connecting us with our own inner wisdom and then empowering us to live a more authentic life.
Wow, this has been really insightful.
Yeah.
So like for people who are like, this sounds really cool, but they've never like touched a tarot deck, what should they do?
First step, you have to find a deck that resonates with you.
Right, because there's so many out there.
So many. Browse online, go to a bookstore,
Right,
see what calls to you. You know, look at the art.
right, like which one really speaks to you?
Exactly. And then treat that deck with respect.
Okay, so what does that mean?
Store it in a special place, maybe a nice box or a cloth. Keep it clean.
Right,
You can smudge it.
yeah.
Or just visualize it being cleansed by moonlight.
Wow, so create like a sense of reverence around it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then when you are ready to do a reading, create that sacred space again.
Right.
And most importantly, trust your intuition.
Don't get caught up on memorizing meanings.
Right.
Just let the cards speak to you.
It's amazing how much depth there is to all of this.
It is.
This has been great. So much to learn and experience with tarot.
It's a journey.
It is a journey.
Yeah.
And it doesn't end here.
Not at all.
We've covered a lot, but I know our listeners are probably like dying to know more about the specific cards.
Yeah.
So I think that's what we're going to get into next time.
Absolutely. We'll dive into the symbolism, the archetypes, all the hidden messages.
Maybe even look at spreads.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so for now, everyone listening, reflect on what we talked about. You know, explore the world of tarot.
Find a deck that calls to you.
Yeah. Create that sacred space.
Right. Ask your questions.
Listen to those cards.
Yeah.
And trust yourself.
Yeah, trust your intuition.
The answers are within you.
And the tarot's just showing you the way.
Exactly.
This has been fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You know, when you look at the cards themselves, they're so symbolic.
Right.
It's like each image is a gateway, you know, to ancient myths, esoteric traditions, archetypal figures.
Yeah.
To really unlock its wisdom,
Yeah.
you have to decipher this language of symbols.
Like you're unearthing hidden meanings.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like an archaeological dig. So let's look at one of the most iconic cards in the Major Arcana, the Fool.
Okay.
Often depicted as a young man, right at the edge of this new adventure.
Right.
He's the boundless possibility, willingness to step into the unknown, trusting his heart.
There's like that naivete about him.
Yeah.
That makes you want to embrace the unknown.
Absolutely.
Shed your fears, just go for it.
He's a fresh start,
Yeah.
blank canvas.
To paint your dreams on.
And he always has those symbols with him.
Right.
Like he's got the dog, the knapsack, the staff.
Right. The dog, that's your instinct.
Mhm.
Loyalty, your inner guide. That intuition whispering to you.
Okay.
Trust your gut. Knapsack, only the essentials.
Right.
You know? Travel light. Release the burdens of the past. And the staff, support and guidance. The tools you need to navigate life.
So even one card has so much symbolism
Yeah.
packed into it. And I imagine each deck kind of interprets that in a different way.
Absolutely. Each artist, you know, they bring their own perspective, their own style. It's really enriching.
So it's about finding the deck that, like, speaks to your soul.
Exactly. So now let's look at a card that can be kind of scary to people.
Okay.
Death.
Right.
But it's important to remember this rarely means, you know, physical death.
Right.
It's more about the death of the old.
Right.
To make way for the new. Endings, transitions.
Yeah, like a transformation.
Exactly. It's about letting go.
Yeah.
Shedding old patterns, beliefs that no longer serve you, embracing that transformative power of endings.
Even in the midst of loss, there's rebirth.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Change is constant. It shapes our journey. So let's shift to the Minor Arcana.
Okay.
Get into those everyday details, the ups and downs of life.
Right.
Remember those 4 suits we talked about?
Yeah.
We'll start with Cups.
Oh, yeah?
The realm of emotions, intuition, the subconscious.
Yeah, those deep feelings.
Exactly. You know, dive into that ocean of feelings within you.
Your emotions guide you.
They do. They tell you what you need.
Okay.
So when you see Cups, pay attention to your intuition.
Your heart.
Your heart. Okay, now Wands.
Okay.
This is that fiery energy
Yeah.
of creation, passion,
You're
inspiration.
bringing your dreams to life.
Yeah, your ambition, your drive. Wands encourage you to embrace that. Take action.
So if you see wands, you might need to take a risk.
You might get out of that comfort zone. Now, Swords.
Okay.
Sharp, discerning.
Right.
This is your intellect. Communication, truth, and those challenges in the world of ideas.
It's like cutting through all the BS.
Exactly. You've got to be discerning.
Right.
Communicate honestly. Stand up for your beliefs.
As they might be saying, stand up for yourself.
They could be. Face your challenges head on.
Right.
And finally, Pentacles.
Okay.
This is grounding.
Right. Back to earth.
Material world, finances, security.
Those foundations.
Yes, your stability. Take care of your well-being.
Manage your money.
Exactly. Create a solid foundation for your dreams.
Okay.
So when Pentacles show up, focus on practical matters.
Yeah. The real world.
Okay. And within those suits, you have the Ace through 10.
Right. We talked about that.
And they tell a story. The Ace is the beginning.
Right. The spark.
That seed of potential. And you move through those numbers, see how that seed grows,
The ups and downs.
challenges, the triumphs, and you reach the 10, that completion, and the court cards, the pages, knights, queens, and kings.
Like characters in a story.
They add that human element.
Yeah.
So the pages, those are new beginnings, learning, exploring.
Okay.
The knights, all about action,
Right.
moving forward, progress, chasing goals. The queens, they're that emotional maturity, intuition, creating balance.
Okay.
And the kings, they're that mastery,
Oh.
leadership,
Yeah.
manifesting in the real world.
So they reflect the different parts of ourselves.
They do. And the people we meet,
It's like this beautiful tapestry.
it is. When you see the Major and Minor Arcana working together,
Yeah.
you see the depth of it.
Yeah.
So for those starting their journey,
Right.
find a deck that speaks to you.
Yeah.
Spend time with it.
Right.
Explore.
Get to know the cards.
And remember, it's a tool for self-discovery.
Not fortune telling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Illuminate the present. Understand yourself.
And make choices for your highest good.
Trust your intuition.
Yeah.
Listen to the cards. They'll guide you.
Because those answers are already inside you.
They are. The tarot just helps you see them.
This has been really eye-opening.
Good.
There's so much to the tarot.
There is. Our journey doesn't end here. There's still more to uncover.
Okay, so next time we'll go even deeper into the meanings of the cards.
Yes, they're individual stories, messages.
We'll unlock those secrets of the spreads.
Yes! See how the cards connect and how it can be used for more than just divination.
Right, like creative inspiration.
Personal growth, a mirror to your soul.
Stay curious.
Keep exploring. Let the tarot guide you.
It's like the tarot can be so many things to different people.
Right.
It's not just about like telling the future.
Exactly. It goes way beyond that.
It can like weave its way into your life in so many different ways.
Yeah. It's really a rich tapestry.
Like I've heard of people using it for like journaling.
Yeah.
Like to overcome writer's block.
It's a great tool for that.
Even like to look at problems in a different way.
Right. It helps you tap into that subconscious mind.
It's like having all those symbols and archetypes right there at your disposal.
Yeah, you can weave them into anything. Stories, art, music.
Because it speaks to like those big universal themes. It doesn't matter what you believe or where you come from.
Exactly. It crosses all those boundaries. It's like the language of the human experience.
And it's a language that like keeps evolving.
It does.
Like as new decks come out, new interpretations come out.
It's a living tradition.
Yeah.
Connecting the wisdom of the past with the present moment.
Okay, so before we wrap up, I want to talk about reversed cards.
Okay.
Because I think that's something that trips a lot of people up when they're like first starting out.
Yeah, it can be confusing.
Like what do they even mean?
Well, they add a different layer to the reading.
Okay.
They're not necessarily bad.
Right.
It just means that the energy of that card is expressing itself differently.
Okay.
Maybe internally. Maybe in a less direct way.
So it's not like good or bad, it's just a different perspective.
Exactly. Like the Empress upright might be abundance, creativity, but reversed, it might mean you need to take care of yourself.
Oh.
Or that your creativity's blocked.
Okay, so you'd have to look at the other cards in the spread.
Yeah.
And really trust your gut.
Absolutely. Reversed cards force you to go deeper.
Yeah.
To see things from different angles. Embrace those complexities.
It's like the tarot saying, look at your shadow self.
Exactly.
Find that balance.
Yeah. It's about reflection, questioning, looking at life's mysteries with an open mind.
We've covered a lot today. The origins, the symbolism, how to get started.
We've just scratched the surface.
But I think we've given our listeners a good starting point.
I hope so.
To start their own exploration.
It's a journey of self-discovery.
Connecting with your intuition.
Understanding yourself.
The answers are already within you.
The tarot just helps you see them.
That's a wrap for today. Stay curious and see you in the next episode.